Taking damage. Let's do this one.
Do you want to rocket jump? I think rocket jumping is a pretty key aspect of the game. You can see it in rollouts, pub servers, and even just in 1v1s. If you matched up a soldier who didn't know how to rocket jump versus somebody who's been training for hours, it would be a severe disadvantage to the former. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's like trying to smack a wasp with just your hands. Most likely, you're fucked. So how do we learn to rocket jump? Well, I'm not going to go over the mechanics of rocket jumping, but much rather how you can get started teaching yourself. If you really want to know about the mechanics of rocket jumping, then I suggest Nate Fox's video on it. It's really good despite it being years old at this point. The first point I'm going to go over is that it's structured and accessible. Jump Academy is a great tool for learning. It has many of the jumps that you're going to need in a real game, and some that can just be for fun, like rocket jumping from water to increase height, or surfing to learn basic character and movement control. The goal is simple, reach the end. That's all you have to do for each of the sections of Jump Academy. It structures everything from easy to hard and helps you learn to transfer it into a real game. As you begin to learn how each jump works, it becomes easier and easier to see it happen within the confines of the game. As the rollout I showed you earlier in Upward, it's not even hard to find maps. Look at the server browser. You would see many different types of maps when you just put in the map search, just jump. The second point I would like to go over is feedback. Jump maps provide a great way of learning. You either make the jump or you don't make the jump. It forces you to ask questions such as, did I shift jump correctly or did I crouch jump correctly? Was my strafe too short, too fast, too long, too slow? Did I angle the first rocket correctly? Because that affects how the rest of the chain of jumping is going to go. Jump Academy also provides bots that can show you what the jump is supposed to be like. I think the most important thing that I learned from rocket jumping is that it's okay to fail as long as you keep trying again. Failure makes a great teacher, but it means nothing if you decide that the teacher sucks and that you need to practice something more of your style. I still believe rocket jumping can be stylized to a person where each movement is exactly like how a person normally plays the game, slow or fast, methodical or janky, but learning the fundamentals can improve this way of play exponentially. And the last point I would like to go over is why rocket jump. Well, there are 3 good reasons to rocket jump. It improves air control, not only for soldiers. You get launched up into the sky by a sticky, what are you supposed to do? Take the air shot like an idiot, or airstrafe away from the hit? Another good fundamental it teaches you is to let go of the W key. I have seen many new players say, how do people strafe that wide or move that fast? I can't seem to move that fast in the air. It's because you didn't learn the habit of letting go of W. Jump maps force you to let go of W if you really want to succeed at complex jumps or intermediate jumps. The final thing is that it's a rather satisfying experience. Once you get that jump down or learn how to move across the map at top speeds, it feels like you accomplished something great. Sure, everybody seems to be able to rocket jump now, but it's a skill that you learn through trial and error. It's one of the core parts of what makes a game fun, seeing success and feeling like you earned something. So rocket jumping using jump maps is pretty easy for how structured, accessible, and how fast it points out your errors. It reinforces my idea of how everybody can rocket jump, especially nowadays with the amount of sources, plugins that essentially teach you what it's like to rocket jump from an expert perspective. It's something that will give you an edge on other players, but it is generally a fun skill that you can hone through in practice. It's a satisfying experience as you see your character get faster and faster, or move through difficult terrain without much issue. So why not throw yourself into the air, and maybe dig a shovel 2 feet into those enemy heads?